You got stuff.
What happened?
Beasley would be ashamed of the person in his place.
Hurt my employees like this? You, hurry and finish him off!
I can't kill Julius.
What are you waiting for? You'd spare this monster's life?
I know you have a kind heart. That's why. I told you to stay away. Bad news! The brakes have been sabotaged!
Thanks, Jude.
What's going on?
Well, the Oscorp plant's screwed in that dimension.
Among others.
Our top story. Terrorists hijacked a train meant for today's festivities and crashed it into the Oscorp plant. The number of casualties is still unknown at present. Authorities suspect the attack was an assassination attempt conducted by members of Exodus, the terrorist organization that opposes peace with Riza Maxia.
That was earned.
I'll be right back.
Crushing debt?
Yeah.
Crushing debt?
They're calling it an assassination attempt. Nasty business.
I doubt this affects. Yeah, this is affect.
Who are you? Well, to you, I'm the man who saved your lives. That's all you need to know, really.
Mr. Rideau, how are Ludger and Elle coming along? Oh, you're awake. Any aches or pains?
The treatment worked without a hitch. For both of them, I might add.
Wow, Spurious' medical agents really are tip-top.
I'm flattered by the compliment, truly. But our medical Spyrex are simply superior to your spirit arts, that's all.
Leia? No, don't worry, I'm fine. I'd better take this.
What are you... Hey, that's my pocket watch! Give it back!
Are you okay? No injuries?
I think I'm okay. Hey, I saw that! You stole my watch! Give it back to me, you dirty crook! Come on, give it back already!
Sorry to interrupt all the excitement, but the bill for your medical treatment comes to 15 million gold.
What?
Oh, it might sound excessive, but can you really put a price on saving a life?
But
He just
I
did.
don't have any money at all.
With the proper work ethic and a bit of elbow grease, anyone can make money if they try, even you. Being a child is hardly a valid excuse. Whoa, don't tell me you're resorting to literal strong-arm tactics now. Really, Ludger, you'll need to behave better if you plan to fit in around here.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Mr. Rideau.
Ah, perfect timing, Miss Nova. This woman works for Verland Bank.
Ludger, what are you doing here? Is this loan for you?
I'm glad you're okay, Nova.
What are you talking about?
In any case, we're talking about a small fortune. Consider your options.
Get him, Rolo.
Shoes are Rolo's dialogue.
Not to pressure you too, but have you reached your decision?
Rolo's hiss is up there with wine.
Fine, I'll sign the contract.
You've made a wise decision.
He should have just pulled his sword out and solved this.
Poke with sword.
Are you sure?
Sorry about that, the call ran long. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, he's just taking out a little loan to cover his medical obligations.
This bill is huge. Did anyone tell you what'll happen if you sign that? Basically, you'll be tracked via GHS. They'll be monitoring your finances around the clock. You won't be able to buy a stick of gum without them knowing.
A lot of debtors can't manage their money. Lots of them squander the cash they should be using to pay us back.
Those deadbeats waste their money and their lives. But Ludger here isn't a deadbeat, is he?
That doesn't...
Or maybe you're saying you'd like to cover his bill.
That's not quite what I was...
Besides, gauche, but haven't you sunk every last gold into your spyrite research?
Hold on, Ludger. There's gotta be another way.
Well, you could always try mooching off of a family member. A solidly employed older brother, for example.
Hey.
He could just refuse to pay.
Pleasure doing business with you. I will transfer the amount of 20 million gold into Mr. Rideau's account. Hey, wait!
I forgot to include your veterinary fees. My apologies for the oversight. See me if you ever need follow-up treatment. I'll even give you the frequent patient discount.
Ludger, please don't look so glum. It's my job to help you pay off your loan. That means we're partners now.
She doesn't help at all. Oh, spoiler, she doesn't help at all.
One treasure chest after another. And we can totally just take this stuff, right? No one's gonna get mad.
I agree with that line of thinking.
Cool.
Wonder how many lines the transfers are gonna.
You've really been nailing the linked arts lately. I think we've definitely improved as a team.
All two of us. Yep.
Jude, you were no help in that situation at all.
Sorry I left you holding the bag on that loan.
So Jude, you're broke too, huh?
I've been researching ways to replace the current Spyrix. I got stumped, and the bills piled up. What'll you do now?
Head to Canaan. I have to go there. You could come with me.
Where? Canaan. It's a place spoken of in fairy tales and ancient spirit legends. They say the spirit that reigns over the cycle of reincarnation dwells there.
It's a place full of magic, and it can grant any wish that you make. No, it's true. Daddy told me so. How come you don't believe me?
Perhaps Canaan is more than just a mere fairy tale. According to legends I've encountered, the sage Kresnik traveled to the land of Canaan, wielding the Lance of Will. What?
You've got the lance!
If the lance really exists, maybe Canaan does as well. But what in the world was that? Elle, how do we get to Canaan?
I don't know. My daddy just told me to get on the train, so I did.
A lost little girl. I feel bad for her.
You want to come with us?
I guess I could. I mean, you still need to give me back my pocket watch, so... Anyway, that creepy guy with the glasses sounded like he knew something about Canaan.
Julius. Kresnik. Ludger. Was that really your older brother?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Have you tried calling his GHS?
I'm sorry. The GHS you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please try again.
Yes,
Might
T-Mobile.
as well head back to your place. If your brother's safe, he's bound to show up eventually.
You're gonna come with us to Canaan, aren't you?
I am something of a do-gooder.
He says you don't smell like one.
Well, thank you.
Hey, aren't you gonna tell me the kitty's name?
All right, first things first. Let's catch a train back to Triglav.
Another train? Rolo, Rolo, I'm Alan, you're Rolo.
Do we have any jobs we can turn in?
Possibly. I haven't cut. Oh, the job board is not
Are you paying with
available
that?
yet.
The select button.
Yeah.
When I came to, Rideau had already finished treating us. I trusted him because he said he worked for Spirius. I had no idea he would be like that.
This is my treasure, but we could sell it.
What is it?
This. If you sell it, we can pay our debts.
It's lovely, but it's just a seashell.
It isn't worth anything? It took me a whole day to find it.
You don't need to worry about this.
I am worried. Money's a big deal. If you don't have money, you can't buy food, and they can chase you out of your house.
I'm with Elle on this one. We'll try to help you out.
Yeah, I'll help.
No, you won't.
Howdy-ho, Ludger! Anyway, just calling to chat. You know, just a personal phone call. I hadn't seen you in forever, and we didn't even get a chance to catch up, you know? I know things back there got a wee bit awkward, but it was really great to see you again. Don't be a stranger, alright? Toodles!
Ludger master of the one-sided phone conversation.
One-sided every conversation.
That was weird, though. She was on that train with us, and yet, just now, she acted like that didn't even happen.
No tickets for you.
How come?
This man's travel privileges have been put on restriction. That's how come. If I let him pass, I'll be in hot water.
Whoops. Looks like I forgot to read you the fine print about your loan. You know how Olympius manages personal information using GHS, right? Well, stuff like one's criminal record or debts can trigger travel restrictions. The trigger system was put in place to prevent debtors from trying to make a break for freedom.
Huh?
Pretty harsh, isn't it? Sorry you had to find out the hard way. But it's only temporary. As you pay off your debt, the travel restrictions are gradually lifted. We'll figure it out.
Inconveniently.
You'll be fine. Anyhow, toodles!
Alright, come on, you're blocking the other customers.
What do you mean the other customers? We're not a customer.
Sheesh, I wonder what trouble he got into.
His life's over before it even started. Tough break.
Shut up, you big meanies. You don't know anything about it. Let's get out of here, Ludger.
We can look for work around town.
Only 20 million gold.
It's only 20 million gold.
We can make that Zosteria.
We can make that Zosteria in like a half an hour.
Less than that, actually. If you're high enough to activate the gold golems.
That train schedule you gave me is really
Which we actually were when we finished our last playthrough.
It's so hard to find good help these days. Oh, hey! Over here! You guys looking for work?
You bet.
It's your lucky day. I've got jobs coming out the wazoo. I'm talking spurious corp orders here, so you know each gig is a gold mine. At least if you're not an amateur.
Worth a shot, right? We'll back you up.
You know who we really need on our team?
Hey, Ludger, did you hear that they're gonna revive the old...
The Mutton Man.
We could sell mutton to pay for everything.
retired AR-120 train series? I would have never awakened to this hobby if I had just stayed in reason.
Oh, by the way, you got a bunch of skills and such for
yeah,
Ludger.
right.
When you leveled. I saw you learn Swift Strike.
Given that battle, that is poetic in ways.
And you learned Falling Thunder.
That's really good. Actually, kind of like that. Swift Strike isn't really very good, but that will be a critical hit on a stunned enemy, though. That's nice.
Ludger, you and Julius live together, right? Just the two of you? I mean the two of you and Rolo. So, the three of you. Yeah.
That's just like me. Me and my daddy lived together. When I was little, there was an old cat called Toddy that lived with us, too.
Where do you live, Elle? I promise we won't tell your enemies.
I don't even know. The boat I was on stopped, and there were all these crates there marked to Triglav. I hid in one, and that's where I ended up.
So you don't know how to get back home.
Good old Mutton.
How much time would it really take us to raise 5,000 gold selling mutton?
I don't know. But I know what I need to do, and that's a bio break. Be right back.
Well, let me run around the fields. What are those jobs we got? Without fighting, really our only option to raise money at this point are these search points. Because our goal is 5,000 gold. I assume you agree with me setting solid guard in every tier 1 stat skill on Ludger.
Yeah. Solid guard is very solid ability.
I also now have solid guard on Jude. Solid guard would have really helped in that last
Yes, solid
boss
guard
fight.
would have been very useful in a fight where we got our guard broken.
I just got a lose stick. It's pretty much what the dead is, isn't it? Be stung. Our favorite
Rolo
item.
really likes it.
I found a whole lot of gold though.
R2 is winged boots in this game, by the way. Up. There's
I'm
you
going
walk
over
past the
here.
hole in the wall, though.
That's okay. My destination is back that way
Yes,
anyway,
yeah.
right?
Have you gotten any of the job items?
I don't think any.
We don't have access to Kitty Dispatch, do we?
Payment for me? Why,
Long step.
Those aren't really great, but there's literally no reason not to.
Well, our character stats all got 5% better.
And you just got your first upgrade to Azure Edge.
No.
Not gonna let me through, are they?
Oh, you missed there's a search point. Right there. See it on the left. Check the, events.
Which
just go
button
into
is
the menu
that?
Triangle. Library. Event list. And underway. Two fossilized shells.
So a bunch of fossilized shells and some
And what was
beautiful
that, 10
feathers.
beautiful feathers. 10 beautiful feathers and 12 fossilized shells.
I don't think I've been in this one.
I'm gonna look up Kitty Dispatch stuff. We don't have access to it yet, but
What's the fast travel menu?
R3? L3? Oh, we don't have it
L3
yet.
brings it. Oh, what's the condition to get it?
It's really early after like chapter 4 or 5, I think. Maybe even after chapter 3.
Fossilized shell.
So those can be found here. That's good to know. Though they don't seem super common. Rolo's favorite item.
Just pick up the... Lots of land crabs.
Holy bottles are actually really useful in this game.
We've been getting a lot of life bottles, which isn't a bad thing.
If you just set it, yeah, so if you just hit down on that and go to the max amount, it'll always be whatever the next payment is.
Well, I completed the first step payment.
Hey, Lud! Nova here with some good news! With that payment you just made, I was able to lift the travel restriction on Duval Station! Just keep those payments flowing, and everything will go nice and smooth. You go, Ludger!
She doesn't take things very seriously, does she?
I don't know how much you want to run up and down the Alest Highroad and how much you want to progress.
I don't know, do we want to complete the, because Beautiful Feathers I don't think are in the Alest Highroad, those are in other areas.
I thought it said they were in Alest Highroad from the, Though I guess none of these are really, temporary,
No.
are they? So there's no reason to hurry on them. We can come back and do them anytime we're broke.
Nope. Just gonna skip. I always want to skip that little walk scene, but it's not skippable, so that's the control. Where skip would be is the controls menu. Just in case you forgot those, right?
Triglyph at last.
Well, I'm just glad we made it back safely. There's something comforting about coming back here.
Do you have good memories of this city?
I certainly have vivid ones. This is where we came when we first arrived at Olympias. Everything about Triglyph surprised me.
Huh? Like what?
Well, for one thing, we'd been fighting on a different plane of existence when a rift opened up and we were sucked into it.
What?
Huh?
The next thing I remember, I was waking up in a bed, surrounded by objects I'd never seen before. I was surprised by, well, how much there was to be surprised by.
What surprises me is how happy you look when you're telling that story.
Rolo. Rolo has the best contributions. Rolo's words are the best words.
Rolo is more vocal than Ludger. You have any mail?
Is this where you live?
Sadly, no. I wasn't sure if 5,000 was enough to trigger a trivial debt repayment reward.
You have to pay beyond what the story amount is.
Is this Julius's house?
You live here, Rolo?
It feels like I haven't been back here in ages.
Wonder when I'll get to go home.
Like it hadn't all fallen apart
I
already.
mean, things don't really get much better for Ludger throughout this game's story.
The cat's got a point. I think we're all running on fumes.
I kind of agree.
Ugh, tomatoes are gross.
Okay, I won't put any tomatoes in.
Why are grown-ups so hot on tomatoes anyway? My daddy likes them too. Oh, this smells good.
Thanks, Ludger.
It's so yummy.
I feel like I'm eating at a restaurant.
Hey, you cook as good as my daddy.
Speaking of your father, Al, do you know where he is?
No. Some scary men came to our house. I ran away by myself. That's why I'm going to the land of Canaan, so I can wish for my daddy to get rescued from those guys.
Do pardon the intrusion, Luke.
Mr. Bacall.
Yeah, into his apartment.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
No way.
Surprise, phony? Guess not.
You're quite an amusing little fellow, aren't you, Ivor? I could use a comic genius as one of my junior agents.
Thank you, sir.
What's this all about?
You haven't been watching the news, I take it.
New details have emerged about the terror attack, during which a train was hijacked and then crashed into the Oscorp plant. The collision caused a massive explosion that ripped through the facility. More than 2,000 casualties were reported, including passengers and employees alike. Damages are said to exceed 10 billion gold, and experts estimate a final cost of at least 50 billion. Authorities identified the alleged mastermind behind the attack. An employee of Spurious Corporation, one Julius Kresnik.
What the? But Julius couldn't have...
Couldn't have what? He attacked me at the scene of the crime, for crying out loud.
The police believe Kresnik didn't act alone. They're investigating persons of interest.
Take a wild guess which person is the most interesting.
Hey, me and Ludger had nothing to do with those creeps.
So the suspect's brother just happened to start his job at the station on the day of the attack. Then he vanished with the suspect. Coincidence?
Come on, you gotta believe us.
If you're telling the truth, then prove it. Apprehend Julius. Then the facts are sure to come to light.
What?
But the scary glasses guy.
Is alive and at large.
He contacted the CEO's GHS several hours ago.
Huh?
He's one of my top agents and far too skilled to fall into police custody. Around his little brother, on the other hand, he just might let his guard down. Well, Ludger, what do you say? If you agree to catch him, I'll at least keep the police from getting in your way.
Any affinity? No.
Fine. I'll catch Julius.
A decisive lad. You've made the right choice.
Ludger.
As of now, you are under Spurious Corporation's protection.
We have a pair of promising leads. First, your brother made contact with a researcher in Helioborg named Balin. Second, sources allege someone in Marksburg has been asking a lot of questions about Julius.
Balin?
I don't know if you remember.
I remember full well.
So you want us to check out Helioborg and Marksburg, is that it?
But how are we gonna get there without money?
You really expect to get paid before doing any work? Honestly now, Ludger. I thought Julius had raised you better than that. Ivor, you never told me you knew Dr. Mathis.
It's a long story. Hey, why are you going through all this trouble?
I know the surface of this man, but that is not enough. Now, I must measure his depth.
I can't understand why he would have hired Ivor if not for his connection to the Xillia 1 party.
Ludger seems like he's down on his luck. You and me will have to work extra hard to compensate.
All of the company's most ruthless debt collectors try to take over your account, you know. But I fought them all off for you.
Heyo! Dropping off some gold?
No.
This is terrible! Ludger, she's crying. Go do something. Oh, how embarrassing. Hi there. I'm Miss Kitty Cat. I moved in here with 100 of my lovable cats. But I didn't quite land on my feet, as they say. Let's go back a sec. Did you say 100 cats? Why, yes! But during the move, they all got out of the bag. They've run off. What am I to do? I'm feline, so helpless.
I bet. Don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Can I ask you for a favor? Would you perhaps help me find my babies? I'd be ever so grateful. Will they get along with Rolo? They're all very social. No need to be a fraidy cat. You gotta find them. I just can't live without them. Well, my room's on the first floor here. I'm just gonna take a little cat nap until you get back. Please stop by if you find any of my babies. And remember, if cat first you don't succeed, try again. I whisker you the best of luck.
Let's go meow before she rubs off on us. Yeah.
Let's try to find the missing cat.
We have Kitty get dispatch.
Let's look at jobs real quick before we decide how to... Oh.
Remember what the cat lady said? She said sometimes the cats we send out might bring other cats back with them. But it's time for an important mission. Huh?
Some some good stuff. Mostly just a weapon.
All those free items, though, right?
Yeah.
Cats must inspire them to work harder. If you give cats food before you send them out, they'll come back more quickly.
Seeing if there are any jobs related to those cats, or... We have a tomato omelet, so...
Wow, look at all the cats we've gathered.
So where's the tomato? Where does it say to go again? Duval Station. Or wait, no.
That's not right.
Triglyph Station.
But it sounds like there's still plenty more to find. I wonder if there's anywhere that people might post cat sightings. I can't believe it, Rolo. You have almost 100 new friends.
She's still going.
We'll want a kitty dispatch for something else, too.
I never imagined that'd be how I'd run into Ivor again.
How do you even know that freak? Why does he drop down on people like that?
Yeah, sorry about that.
How can you laugh about it, Ludger? He knocked you on your butt like it was nothing.
Ivor's a very skilled warrior. As Maxwell's handmaid, he had to be.
Maxwell's handmaid?
It's kind of a long story.
I see. Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been, but it was. Even though we both wanted the same thing.
Oops, not titles. Event list. Hand leather.
Tan letter, fossilized shells, or beautiful feathers.
Let's have everyone help out.
Can any of those be gotten via kitty? I don't think, but let me just check real quick. Okay, tanned leather can be. I think the most efficient place to do it is going to be Alest Highroad.
It's the second one.
Have some kitty crisp, Rolo.
We have to make the next debt payment before we can travel to Marksburg or Helioborg, which is where we're actually going.
Yep. But what we can do now is explore all this region. Yep.
Beautiful feathers. And the other area can get us the fossilized shells. Sadly, Miklio's not in this game to really appreciate that item.
But the fossilized shell.
The dark model.
The dark.
You learned and enhanced an art.
There's gonna be a lot of that at this point, so can wait a little bit on the menu. Honestly, when we get some new party members, you know, some of the better party members, we might want to set on Elysium right when we get them, just to help them catch up a little bit.
There's other really good ones as well. Oh hey, cool, Jude got all kinds of the things. We do have an optional boss we'll be able to fight soon too. That'll be a major part of this debt repayment.
We might want to wait until we have the full party for that one, but or a full party. Not the, you know, all characters, but you know, 4 characters.
You think it's just gonna kick our butt if we try it?
Being pretty stupid, but we can at least take a look at it and see how possible it is.
Our party is a lot better than it was against Julius.
Yeah.
That was 20.
That was pretty rare for this point in the game.
There's a hole in that wall. Those were Kitty Crisps, which are also pretty rare. $250 is a good find.
I just want to find more beautiful feathers. That was convenient.
It would have been convenient with different timing as well, because beautiful feathers are a convenient find for us.
The statement was more based off of the fact that I just said that I wanted more.
I know.
That is a really
That's
nice
1,000 gold.
dress. I want to hug it.
There's a bag on the ground back there. We found a lot of search points in this area. This is pretty good RNG. I mean, most of the actual contents have not been good RNG, but you can't get everything, right?
I want beautiful feathers. Oh, there were 2 things there. I didn't even see the other one. After how difficult Julius was, this is nice and relaxing. Yeah,
I saw the hole in the wall. 500 gold from those bags is really just about the best thing we can get.
We'll probably get enough money to pay off our debt just exploring these areas. Not a lot on this screen.
Getting 2 different things of Kitty Crisp is kind of
I
surprising to
actually
me.
do get quite a bit of it early in the game.
Four. We have to kill an ancient cat for one of those turns too, don't we?
Do we want to just do that?
I mean, we have to do it sooner or later. It's more useful now, right?
How?
I got some stuff.
I'm in a really horrible situation, by the way. Oh. Okay. Just escape. That was... We'll hit a save point and it'll all be good.
There's one right here. What stops us from walking into that research station without paying? Because we're at Helioburg, right?
I'm pretty sure we can explore all the way to the, Or, oh, nope. What the? How many times am I going to get stunned?
Okay, you should mess with skills and such, because clearly these ancient cats are going to be a problem.
Everyone's hurt really bad.
I don't think they're gonna be that much of a problem. I just need to, like, not get stunned the second we walk into the fight, you know?
Is there any reason not to set level restore, given... And you might have learned arts too. Yeah, Lunar Reflection and Armor Crusher.
We gotta stop and patch him up. Nice one. Bye-bye.
If we got a group with just 2 of them, that would be really nice. I don't have any way of hitting their weaknesses, do I? That's faster, really.
Let's keep it up.
Yep.
There's a thing over there. That's actually likely relevant. My word! I guess it's not that much more.
I'm very happy about that, though.
I have some stuff to
I
map.
guess we can do it in there.
Don't forget skills. We got those too.
You want to set arcs real quick?
Yeah. Jude now has a lot more arts. As I recall, Dragon Shot isn't very good. Steel is a relevant art. Palm Strike is a relevant art.
We do want to, like, I feel like we kind of want to target the same one at the start of the fight, and then once we get rid of one, then spread out, then, it's a free win. I'm going after the Mandador.
I can't really kill them quickly, and I start off very hurt.
You want to run back to town?
Does this game let you use healer outside of battle? Well, first, let's just touch a save point. Because if we started with health, this really would be easy. This should have been easy the first time. But starting with no health makes this hard, you know?
I think that ought to be enough, right?
Probably. We do need a little extra money for orange gels, because we are going to run out very soon.
Given the
These things take a lot of hits to go down. Like, I was just demon fisting the whole row of them. I thought, this is great.
I was trying to get in line with you, and I was just going to join you demon fanging.
Whoops. Don't even really know what I'm supposed to do about that. 3-on-2, it's so fun.
Did you have AC? You might have been able to sidestep.
But avoiding him wouldn't have changed anything. Like, my problem is I had no health. And I was given no opportunity to heal.
Actually, you know what we really need to do?
What?
Yeah.
Sneak up on it?
Perfect.
And we just get dizzy repeatedly, right?
I messed up a little bit in that opening combo. If I'd gotten that a little better, we would have. I needed
This killing ancient cat should not be hard at all.
Okay, there. Checkmate, right?
Yes, this is all you need to instantly win. Jude, you're so bad. I can do this easier with Elise.
I should be helping, not hurting. I'm getting stronger.
You should be helping, I agree. Unfortunately, you're not.
I mean, having a second player always helps.
His existence is helpful, but if he were, say, Gaius or Mila or Rowan, you could help more.
Bro, I don't know. That last one, I don't believe.
Rowan would help more until he ran out of TP. Then he would help considerably less. It wouldn't take very long.
No, it really wouldn't. Not this early in the game. You have to go all the way back to Triglyph to refresh any of the pickups here.
Well, within Triglyph we'll be able to open up Helioborg.
Dun dun dun! Payment due! You've been dropping such great... Wow, wow! Looks like I can lift another one of those pesky travel restrictions. But only one! So, Marksburg or Helioborg? What's it gonna be?
Careful.
Are we doing Helioborg first, or are we doing Marksburg first?
Helioborg is where we get Alvin and Elise, so. Right? Which makes it, to me, an easy decision. We want Alvin and Elise.
This boss is gonna be ridiculous, though.
You got it! Seriously, Helioborg? That lab where they developed the new Spyrix stuff? Sounds like a drag to me, Luz. But you always did have weird taste. Must be Julius's influence. By the way, just a teensy bit more, and I might be able to lift the other restriction too. Toodles!
I'd like to point out that that barrier where it says, it talks about the travel restriction is the only artificial travel restriction like that you run into, I believe. There's probably jobs we can turn in
Where
right
did we
now.
get the fossilized shell again? It was on Alest Highroad.
Yeah, but I was just saying there's probably jobs we can turn in from the random crud that's not relevant
Oh, yeah.
we found, you know?
That is, we already turned one of those in, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
It's probably just
That's a decent chunk of money. Next question is before we advance the story, do we want to go back and forth on Alest Highroad and Torbalin Highroad and finish off those two that we have, or?
We could certainly try.
And the other thing is how hungry are you? Because I'm hungry.
I'm a bit hungry. You want to run on the high road and then go do that and then advance the story after we come
That
back?
could work. I have no idea how long this is going to take, though, to get all these fossilized shells.
If this becomes unreasonable, we can give up on it, of course. This is not a, You ran right past that point. You saw it on the wall, right?
I want holy bottles.
There's ore back there, too. Isn't elemental ore just so exciting?
Kind of everywhere.
Our characters are improving at a very rapid clip. It is an exciting thing.
These damn land crabs. And iron sand. Where are all the fossilized seashells at?
By fossilized seashell, did you mean bee stung? Because I think I know where some of that is.
Probably on the bottom of our character's shoes.
if I must.
Wow, look at all the different shops.
Duval is a market town. They say you can buy just about anything here.
Huh. Everyone's yelling about how cheap their stuff is.
And
How
mutton.
much lower are the prices here?
Just a little lower.
Only a little? Why?
Well, I'm sure they try to make them as cheap as possible, but, you know, there are larger issues.
I know how to make things cheaper. You gotta cut the prices yourself.
You mean by haggling with them? I've seen people do it, but I've never tried it myself.
Is that what they call it? You shouldn't be afraid to try it. It's really easy. You just take the corner of the price tag and rip. Huh?
Elle, you can't just tear a digit off the price tag. That's not haggling at all.
It's a great strategy, isn't it? Was that with L affection? I mean, that
I don't know.
response you picked? You weren't able to find it in the guide?
But that was amusing either way.
More skills for
With a
Ludger.
Z.
Bee stungs.
Turtles. The
It seems unlikely we're gonna find these in a reasonable time frame, given that we have found, like, what, one ever?
They must be a rare drop. That plant enemy is hilarious, by the way. You saw how quickly they move.
Yes. I might have taunted it with a whiffed attack. There's a fossilized shell.
Fine. That's a really, I was happy with that. This is a new one.
We should probably go shopping for gels and maybe a minor equipment upgrades before it forces us to make another debt payment. It's quick out of battle too. At least it was worth it. Now both our characters have skills.
There's two.
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing that advancing the story is probably correct. It's going to force us to make debt payments, and if we do this after the next chapter, then we'll have Alvin and Elise.
Yeah.
Who will benefit from all this ore. But hey, new skills.
Getting a few fossilized shells now is worth it. It'll save us some time later. Just break up the monotony a little.
TP combo support and level restores something, I guess. TP combo support's actually a good ability.
Yes, it is.
And shopping. For Nova steals our money, because I think we're getting close. Is that better than the Iron Helm?
It's 66 and 36. They are the exact same, but this is cheaper.
That's hilarious. Why does the Iron Helm exist? I guess Alvin probably can only equip the Iron Helm.
I guess. Really, game.
We have no accessories, so this can only help us. Well, at least Jude did not have an accessory.
They both have wonderful boots.
And orange gels. Hard main investment, right?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the rest of it. If we use more than 12 life bottles in a boss fight, then we should have retried it. Because 12 is a lot.
On our way to Heliobor, we can try for some more beautiful feathers.
Yes, we can.
We're gonna take a break. Thanks for watching so far.
I think upgrading our equipment was a good call, though.
Let's see here. Come on.